Hey guys, it's me. This week it has been raining like crazy, so I decided why not take this week to make the video I've been asking you guys if you wanted for so long, which is reading your stories. So tell me in the comments what do you think about the format I'm gonna be using for these videos, and tell me if you like it. If you don't, give me suggestions for the next time I do something like this. I think I've talked enough. Let's get to it. Okay, this one is by Katrina Calvin and it goes as follows. Okay, so I was observing a game my friends were playing. They were a rogue and a wizard, I believe. Somehow they managed to stealth their way through these caverns infested with goblins until they come to the boss, which was some sort of giant goblin. I don't remember completely. Of course the rogue crit fails when she tried to attack said boss. Between the two of them, they managed to damage the boss enough that it tried to flee. So they chased it until it came to a narrow downwards ladder in a cramped passage. And as the boss starts going down the ladder, the rogue flings herself off the top and throws knives at it. She also breaks her legs at the bottom of the drop. Also, the wizard throws a fireball, severely damaging the boss, who falls from the ladder onto the rogue, who rolls evasion and somehow managed to roll out of the way. The boss dies from a fall damage, of course. Ah, such fun. I should have joined in. Oh, this one is a good one. This is from Pats. Not exactly a fight. No, wait, I can't do it, boys. Not exactly a fight, but it was an over-leveled encounter of mine. So I'm running a game for a group of friends. It's gone pretty good so far. No TPKs, so I'm calling that a win already. The party consists of a human eldritch knight, a half-elf bard of fuck you, I am assuming that's a homebrew school, and a human druid with a pet wolf, using stats from revised ranger companions, cause I don't want to babysit them with another NPC that can kinda tank. They are level 6 at the moment, and they have walked back to the original town they started in, because now they are finally a high enough level to figure out what the fuck to do, cause apparently I made the plot too confusing way back when we first started. So, on their way there, I decided to let them get a glimpse into another future quest that they'll have to come back to do. So, a couple of days travel away from the town, which is located literally in the middle of the forest, of Three House Town pretty much. I told them that they all could feel some form of crackle in the air, and the druid in particular could feel the lingering but vague sense of magic in the air. Now, they have gone through this area before, so this was weird for them. So of course they investigate as I planned. What they find is a small rift in the middle of the forest that seems to be seeping some sort of illusion magic from it, though they can't see through it. After a couple of arcana checks from the night, they shove a sword through the rift and pull it out. Nothing seems to change about it. Confident it wouldn't kill them, they are lucky I forgot that I could kill them because I was skim reading through my DM sheet. They decided to go through, and they found out that it was a giant illusion spell that was cast on the area to conceal it from the outside world. And it would have if it wasn't for that rift appearing. Anyway, they continue on for about 90 feet before coming to a clearing and finding a massive hollowed out tree, where they can hear a deep labored breathing of something from inside that tree. They get a bit closer and the wolf starts going crazy, but tries staying as silent as possible because it's freaked the fuck out, and doesn't run because it got such a bond with the druid. They get even closer, like 30 feet, and although the inside of the tree is completely dark, they can tell that there is a very large shape in it, though it either doesn't seem to have noticed them or doesn't care. So, of course, the bard goes even closer while the druid and the knight try figuring out what to do. The bard sees an adult green dragon sleeping at the top of a literal mound of loot, but instead of running, the bard tries to steal some of it. And the idiot woke up the dragon. So, this was about as far as I had gotten with the encounter at the time. I was expecting these guys to come back at level 16 and fight it, kill it, get a bunch of loot and investigate the created illusion magic which wasn't connected to the dragon. But instead the bard, the party shithead, decided to steal a neat looking sword from underneath the dragon's toe. So I had the dragon wake up, snatch up the bard and poke her massive, angry looking head out of the hollow and stare down at the other two party members, who promptly shit themselves and fell to their knees trying to beg the dragon for forgiveness. Mind you, they have a charisma of 8 and 11. The bard has a charisma of 20 and a constitution constitution of 14. The rest of its stats were either negative or had +0 modifiers. And he was currently being held by a pissed off morning mood green dragon that was aligned with evil. I was ready for a TPK and OOC. I told the group to start writing up new characters. Well, then the bard started talking and praising the dragon, and after a successful persuasion check despite already damn high DC, he convinced the dragon to put him down so he could sing and play a song that told of the dragon's great renown through the land. He didn't know this, but the dragon had been asleep for several hundred years, missing 5 great wars and an overall purge of dragonkind through the lands. But hey, I said fuck it and let the bard roll a performance check, which he promptly nat 20'd. I sighed and quickly wrote down some notes about the song that the bard made up on the spot so I could bring it up a later date, and had the dragon coil around the group to listen. They had her ask the bard to play more songs for a couple more hours, then time skipped to a bit where the dragon was finally satisfied with the songs. Asked for a quick recap over what happened the past 450 years, then let the party go with the sword that the bard will manage to yoink. It was a scimitar that inflicted D4 psychic damage once per turn. It was my last fuck you because that bard wasn't proficient with using them and the knight player hated using curved sword. What a weird thing to hate using curved swords. Moral of the story, don't fucking steal from a green smog. Unless you have a bard with stupid high charisma and luck. This party acquired this knowledge and now we have 2, guys. This next comment is from the user called Graveyard Shift. My first character death was a mermaid bard in a ship in the middle of the ocean. How does a mermaid die in such a favorable location? This is the comment, by the way, it's not me saying it. The answer? A lot of wizards casting fireball on said ship. Okay, if you want to consider this following one cheating, you can do it because it's like a thread of comments. It's not only the original, but like the answers are also funnier and funnier, so let me go through it. Crystal Amalgam comments, my first character almost died because he got a -1 on charisma check while trying to tell a speech. He ended up pissing everyone off while choking on hair. Then Dexter Badger AJ responds, thank you all for coming to my foaming at the mouth, gasping for breath. Fuck! Call Fantasy 911! Boo! Get off stage, weirdo! Yeah, that, what he said. And then Crystal replied, basically, my character was trying to speak to the enemies on lower tensions. He had this whole big talk in mind, but rolled terribly and ended up making the group of enemies even angrier. They all went for him and ignored the rest of the party. Holy fuck. I mean, I can just imagine it, like the enemies being like, you know what? Let us kill this dude and you can go free. We just want to kill this dude now. Okay, this one is from Daself, and they get extra good boy points because they have a doggo in their profile picture. My first character earned a reputation for when I say he does something, the entire table just says, oh god, please no, each time. His death was no different. Throwing runes which do unknown spells in a tight mining tunnel to see what they did. Safe to say, Alphonse, the character's name, threw 4 erupting earth runs, which led to around 3 friendly characters dying, including himself, and destroying the entire economy of a dwarf town. But he did kill the enemy creature, and that it's what counts. This next comment is by That Mighty Fellow, and I'm gonna let my friend and voice actor Nevi, aka FullMetalDovahkiin, read this one out.
It happened last week. My group was composed of level 3 characters, 4 in total. Pretty good, right? Yeah, we thought so too, until the hill giant splattered the wizard across the road, barely alive and dying fast. To be fair, we could have won without the DM going easy on us. But with half the characters being full casters, yeah, hit that D6! We'd likely need some luck, and maybe some spare character sheets. Our DM opened the monster manual to a random page and went, yep! A time-tested method. To shorten an unnecessarily long story, had he used the hill giant's multi-attack properly, we'd have more trouble than a simple cure wounds could help. All in all, it went rather well, and the fighter has a frightening amount of confidence left over.
And that's it, guys. I will be reading more of your comments in the near future. Also, if you like the voice acting from FullMetalDovahkiin, make sure to check the description. I link to some of his stuff there so you can go check it out. It's amazing. I will be taking the rest of this week and the following one to make the new part of the video I was working on. So you guys will have to wait around 10 days from now for the new episode. Meanwhile, I might just publish some new songs of mine. Who knows? I hope you like this, and I will be seeing you next time. Bye bye. Little things like diamond rings fall between other things like you and I we used to have, or coffee pot, we used it a lot, sit around and talk about many things we'd always want, but we'd never get. But a dreamer, still a dreamer, until you wake them up and sit them down and explain to them that the sky is up and the earth is down, amongst other things. Like human beings, they really aren't what they seem. They will lie, cheat and steal to get ahead of you. Oh, I'm afraid it's true. When the world comes crashing down, what are they to do? And I'm not blaming